Are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 180. Come on, dude.
Check the backer, check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking.
Regular.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Melange. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Point it right. Hey, alert 33. Check Mike 33.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They can't stop me.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Point it right.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They run it with Balaj. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He's going to look deep down. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 120.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Lefty, lefty. Check. Trey 15, Trey 15.
Safety's creeping. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Play action. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pistol.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's all you got.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. On first down, Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch the safety cream. King.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Set. 180.
Night, sweetheart.
Regular.
Check three. Watch out.
Real. Go. Watch out.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Hunt, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Regular, regular, regular.
Right there. 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Mayfield now from the 50. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
180!
54. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Under 10, 10. Hey, alert 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Real.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 59. Mike is good.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds. Says the side judge, incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Wentz again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 85 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll find Hall. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Throwing is Wentz, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. In your face. Mike's 40. Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And it's caught off the deflection. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play.
Now that's the defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's back to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 59. Mike to 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Push up.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
That's track. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Alert 3.
Alert 3. Check. Shoot.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Run.
Check Mike 39. Check.
Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense.